Right, so I've just finished doing a bit of editing on the one I did the other day with Gary on the standard GP300. And now it's taken me 3 days to do this. I'm sitting here looking at the figures. I don't know whether I'm annoyed or disappointed or just confused. I think I'm confused. For some reason the GoPro that I gave Gary, the GPS didn't work, and when it did work it was a bit erratic. So I had to guess when he was doing 60 miles an hour. Now I know my bike from previous times is 10% out. So to do a true 60 miles an hour, it had to be 66 on the speedometer. So when I've zoomed in on Gary's speedometer, when it's got to 66, I've finished the timer. But it's taken me 3 days to get this far. What I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do a video of how I put these edits together, how these videos together, because there's so much work that you don't realise. I use quite a few programs, but I'll just show you on this one now. This is my main software, DaVinci Resolve. So you can see I have like 2 hours, different tracks of different visual layers, telemetry layers, timer layers, text overlays, all sorts. It looks quite confusing. It's taken me 3 days to do that little bit. I've still got all this to go, but I've stopped because the figures are terrible. I don't know why. So let me just zoom in and I'll just give you a little example of what I mean. Let's go to the second run. The first run I'm going to say was a practice run because it was absolutely terrible. So if I just show you this and how I've done it. So we've got to set the times. As soon as I've seen the bike move and the revs go up, I set the timer going, and they're exactly the same. That's my GPS speed. I'm having to watch Gary's speedometer. 0 to 60-ish in about 12. 0 to 60 in 14.02. My average before was 13.2. And I've done that on 6 runs. Gary's average comes out 11.64, which is very quick. Now if you notice actually that, I think that's wrong because the time the GPS did work, I got a 15 seconds. Let me just show you that 15 seconds. Let's find it first. So here, you see this is all the timers and everything overlaid. So confusing. So this is when the GPS worked on Gary's. You see I'm much quicker so far, and I get the 60, 13 seconds, which is a little bit quicker than before. Gary's true 60 I think is 15, but that is just, I'm gutted. Absolutely gutted. Let me just stop that, I don't want to see the rest of it. So what I'm going to do, we're going to give another GoPro to Gary and do some more 60 and speed checks on his speedometer. Because if his speedometer is more than 10% out, which I find very difficult, it would make more sense to me time wise. As for my bike and my performance, I'm going to put the original rollers back in because I wasn't happy when the sliders went in. They were a bit tight, even though I used some dry lube, which again might have been a problem. There's something wrong with those sliders. I wasn't happy with it, so I'm going to do that again and we'll do some more tests. But for now I'll show you what I've edited. Enjoy it, don't take too much information away from it because I don't think the figures are right at the moment. So review part 4A, I've stopped it now as a bit of a fail. I've still got the review of what the sounds of the exhaust are like, how I feel about the bike and whether it's worth the money. But for now, yeah, roll the VT and I'll see you on the next video. Well, as you can see, it's a glorious day, but it is so cold. Weather's certainly changed. But I was about to set off to meet Gary, who's got a standard GP300 for this part 4 of the series of videos on the Tasso 300 performance upgrade kit. The road we've agreed to me that is a quiet straight, so we should get some good performance figures from that stretch of road. And what I've got is I've got a chest cam with the GoPros on them. So we'll both have GoPros on, which we'll get the GPS telemetry from. Should give us some good accurate readings. I'm going to try some 0-60s, some 30 to 50s, maybe 30 to 60s, possibly some 50 to 70s, but we'll see what the traffic's like. Not going to do anything stupid. So I've got to say, these are not a scientific test that we're going to do. They're very much, not good feelings, but the bikes are quite similar to each other in that aerodynamics, and we're probably about the same size and weight, but obviously we can't get everything exactly the same, so yeah, we're just going to do our best really. Right, well, I'm back to the channel. We're on part 4 of the Tasso upgrade kit. You've hopefully seen parts 1, 2 and 3 and seen what's involved in it. Today's the one you're probably waiting for, and that's the review of the upgraded bike, GP300, and my friend Gary's standard GP300, which can't envious of the colour. I love that colour. So we've picked a reasonably quiet road, although we're trying to flood the traffic, and then we'll do some speed tests. So just long straight, we'll do some 0-60s times using GPS data, and we'll try and get some rolling road figures as well for this. So yeah, let's start with the simple one, the 0-60s. Right, we'll start the 0-60s. We'll keep it kind of simple. We won't don't hold it on the brake. It's just nothing, and then full open, and then we'll get up to the 60 mile an hour or so. I'm going to sit up straight, just sit up in a normal position. Yeah. It's not a particularly accurate thing we're doing, it's not scientific. We're just doing a bit of a gauge, a bit of a good feeling on things really. Right, so I'll go first. Right, so that's not 60 times done. We did go on to do 30 to 50 runs and 50 to 70 runs, but I don't think it's right to publish the figures quite yet until I've sorted out why my bike is so slow. So yeah, look forward to part 4B, the success story. Right, catch you next video.